Welcome to Sundays with TRM. We're super excited to have everybody here on this amazing Sunday. We have a lot of returning people on the show today. We have the wonderful Sabrina, who has not been with us for a while now, but we're here to talk about her amazing art and how she has just blown up the art world with her amazing art. So I'm super excited to hear about how she's doing, what her next plans are, how her show was, all of those things. So I'm excited about that. We have Ebony returning. You know, you guys understand that Ebony's GPTs are always done with such great intention to detail. She does such an amazing job with her GPTs. We have William. Guys, when you see the images that I got from Williams GPT, the action images that came from this GPT are next level. They're next level. And I can't wait for you guys to see exactly what they do over in ChatGPT. But when I move those prompts over to Midjourney, and I haven't even sent them to William. I wanted him to be as surprised as I was last night at 1 o'clock in the morning when they were coming out of my Midjourney. They were amazing, William. They were absolutely amazing. And we're super excited to have everybody here to have these conversations, to talk about their businesses. And as always, before we start, we have to bring up money making Martine because she tells us all about what's going to happen as far as the wheel. So money making Martine, let's go.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. As Regina said, I'm Martine. I'm the M in TRM, and I'm so glad to be here with you all this afternoon. So let's talk about this wheel. Right now, there are no names on it, but by the end of this call, it will be filled with names. Y'all have been doing a great job of engaging in the wheel and taking on prizes. Now, me personally, Regina, I got to do a better job of getting my prizes out. I've been running late, child. It's been escaping me. But if you won last week, I got it to you today. So check your emails. I sent it to you via email. I'm glad that everyone is here. Those of you that are brand new and saying, what wheel? What is she talking about? So it's this little spinny thing right here. It's going to have some names. We're going to spin the wheel. And our creators have been kind enough to give either a GPT or a product to the audience. So make sure that you're present. And I'm going to talk to you about how this works. All right, I'm going to talk to you about how this works. I'm going to drop some links in the chat. First things first, we have a Patreon. So Talya, Regina, and myself, the three of us have a Patreon where we offer classes, GPTs, and art. Anyone that became a member this week, you get a free entry anyway, just off the drip. But it's not too late. Okay, so whether you're a free or a paid member, if you join today by 7:45, you get an additional entry. All right, so I dropped that in the chat in the Zoom. I'm gonna head on over to Facebook and drop that over there as well. All right, so that's one way that you can get access or get an additional entry into our. And I don't want to move too fast because I want to make sure that I drop it in the Facebook chat. So y'all give me a moment. Okay, so that's the first way. And that's now in the chat over on Facebook as well. The second way is to share. So you're going to share this live. Oh, look, see, our old heads, they're already on it. I see you guys already sharing. That's the second way that you can earn an entry. And I'm going to drop the link to tonight's live in the chat on Zoom so that you guys can participate as well. So that's the second way that you can earn an entry onto the prize wheel. And then the third way is by completing the form. Okay, so there's an email sign up. I'm going to drop that in the chat next. That's the third way that you can get an entry. All that I ask is that you have completed these items by 7:45 Central Standard. Please use your first and last name so we'll know who you are and we can get your prizes to you. It's going to be another great evening with Sundays with TRM, and thank you for giving me some time to talk about the will.
Oh, no problem,
It's going to
Martine.
be another great evening with Sundays with TRM, and thank you for giving me some time to talk about the will.
Oh, no problem,
It's going to be
Martine.
another great evening with Sundays with TRM. And
I'm going in to a 10 to 7.
Okay, we had a little feedback, but that is okay. We got this. We got this. Okay, I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited to talk to this amazing person that I see right here in front of me. I've never spoken to her before, not on the big screen. And she already knows. I see her squinting her eye and giving me the side eye already. Yolanda knew it was gonna be her. She knew it was gonna be her. I saw the side eye automatically. So Yolanda, I'm gonna put some TRM love all around you so we can have the conversation. As you guys know, I love to have conversations with everyone here right before. So now, look, Yolanda, you're not even up here by yourself. You have TRM love all
absolutely.
around you.
Absolutely. She comes, hangs out with me in the mornings for morning motivations on her way to work. So
you guys,
I get excited
why?
every time I see
Why?
Yolanda in the house.
Oh, you're so sweet. I love you guys.
Uh,
Why? Why
and you're like,
me?
why, Regina? Because you gave me that side eye. I was like, yep, it's time for me
No,
to
she
have
can't
to.
be talking about me.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
the side eye
absolutely.
always confirms it, everybody. So you better keep your side eye to a minimum. That always confirms it.
How you guys doing? How's everybody doing?
Oh,
Doing
we're doing
good.
well. So, Yolanda, can you tell us a little bit about your journey in the digital space and how's that going for you?
So I am not new to Chat GPT or the
Mm-hmm.
digital journey, which I started in 2017. And but I've never been. This is actually my first live, and I hope there's the people that are not looking. I'm just gonna pretend nobody's looking at
Yeah,
me.
just pretend.
So
This is
it's no one's looking.
practice.
It's just
This
the
is
two
for
of us and
practice.
you. That's it. That's it.
So I've been in the digital space for years, but behind the curtains and always under the cover. And I've done work for people, and I've been a part of other communities. But this is my first time delving really deep into ChatGPT and Midjourney and other forms of AI. And I started with DCT in a couple of months ago. It was like 6 months ago. And I didn't consider myself a creative person, but I love technology.
Okay.
I have no form of creativity when it comes to coloring. I can't even color inside the lines.
Neither can
Uh,
You've got a friend in Regina. You've got a friend in Regina. It's okay.
I can't even color inside the lines. But when I started learning new things with AI and DCT, my brain was blown. I mean, it was like my brain was blown completely. Like, oh my God, I love this. And creating digital art, creating digital pictures, and I don't have to draw them and I don't have to create them. It was incredible the things that I was learning. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, what do I do with this? I've delved in, I'm delving into too deep, okay? Rabbit hole, I'm in deep. I'm in deep. And now I have Be Digital, which is my brand.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been posting selfies and faceless content on Be Digital on TikTok, which is a new page. But I also have a shop
Okay.
And I'm also creating an Etsy page.
So there's a couple things that I need you to do. I need you to put your TikTok handle into the chat so we can all go follow you, because that's what
Okay.
he is all about. And I love the fact that you are able to bring your creativity that you had in your head to life using AI. Because I know for me, I was only doing liquid pours and collage before for
Collages.
yeah, that's it. You know, where I could cut up the paper and put it on there. That was it for me. So to be able to bring your ideas to life using AI has really been a game changer. And I can
Sure, for sure.
feel how excited you are that you're able to do that with
Yeah.
just basically a prompt and then clicking a button.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm in love. I'm really in love. And I say my community because I'm a part of it, DCT.
Hmm.
I'm a lifer. I consider myself an OG already
Right,
because once you become a part of the DCT community and you really open and are genuine and are willing to learn, you really just naturally become a part of the family. And if you
right.
don't, then you need to work on that. But everybody welcomes you in with open arms, and there is so much to learn that you really just need to hunker down and do ABCD method, because once you go in into the rabbit hole and you don't pick your niche or your area of interest or your
Mhm.
focus, you could really get lost in it. But that's why we have all the all of you guys, all the coaches and the mentors and the guidance in the community. It's not a program, it's not a class. I've been to multiple communities and courses, and this is nothing like it.
No,
Nothing like it. I'm in
nothing.
love. I'm an artist.
Yep, absolutely.
I am
It's
an
the one
artist now.
it's the one thing, Yolanda, I always say that, a lot of people are like, oh, you're only using AI. I say, no, I'm an artist that uses AI as my paintbrush.
That's right. That's
So
right.
that is what you are. You are an artist that is using the tool
Thank
of
you.
AI.
I
So,
love it. I love it. I'm trying to focus on one project at a time. And,
smart.
I work really long hours, so I try to get, um,
Oh, did we free? Oh
Uh-oh.
no.
Okay, guys, we may have lost her, but we're not going to lose her. Here's what I need you to do. Yolanda comes on in the mornings and does morning motivations with me. And so one of the things I know is her goal is to go live. She wants to go live on TikTok. And so go ahead and give her a follow. She's going to follow you back so we can help her on her journey of being
oh
able to
no.
go live. Yeah,
Oh, I can't wait. I can't
I
wait to get that light
know.
button.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so
be on
there's at
lookout,
least 30 or
people.
40 of us in here. So between, let's help her push
Oh,
her along on her journey on being able to go live
thanks,
on TikTok.
Regina. Am I done?
Yeah, you are done. I'm gonna take you down. She's like, am I done? I've got to be done. I'm done. All right. Thank you
Guys,
so
thank
much.
you.
We appreciate you. We really, really do. We
Take
do.
care.
Bye bye.
Thanks. Oh my God.
So
She's
that
good
as
people.
you guys know, I love to do the community. Well, we talk to everyone that is within our community before we start. It is something this is new to Sabrina because she wasn't here when I started doing community talk, where everyone who comes in, everyone who it has either their camera on or off, you guys are all
Oh my God, I can't believe she did that to me. Wait.
you guys are all open to me calling on you for the community talk, because I really want to know what's going on with your businesses, your lives, all of the things. Because this is something we're all doing together, we're all moving forward together. So I want to have those conversations. So when I see somebody who I haven't spoken to or who's come back, I will bring them up. Like Erica, I think I brought her up like what 3 times, Erica, when I saw you. I was like, oh, I was so excited that Erica was back. Just to get to see her. You're muted, Erica. If you're talking to me, you're muted.
It's probably more than three.
See, Initially, she thought I was picking on her, but I wasn't picking on her. I was just so excited to see her back. And she was like, she said, every time I came on, it was like, Erica, hey, Erica, how are you doing?
I didn't think you were picking on me, and it felt really good to be welcome back.
Oh, well, we loved the fact that you were back, and Erica's done an amazing job. If you guys are not following Erica on her page, she is doing an amazing job on her Lauras. Her Lauras are beautiful. They're beautiful. She learned that from Miss Lena, and because if you have not done Lena's Laura class, you're missing out.
Yes, you are.
You have to do her Laura class. It's absolutely amazing. But without further ado, as they would say, without further ado, I would like to bring up someone who has moved from being a GPT creator. Well, first off, let's talk about her as far as all of the amazing things that she does. One, she's an amazing crafter. Two, she is an amazing GPT creator. I have never known someone who did such an intricate job before Sabrina of putting in jewelry detail. If you have ever worked in Sabrina's GPTs, the details that she puts in the back end of her GPTs, as a person who loves artwork, jewelry, fashion, all of the things, it creates a look that is phenomenal. Um, like I put up one of my backgrounds in a meeting the other day, Sabrina, and they were like, "Oh, girl, I've never seen that one." I was like, "Oh, baby, that was Sabrina's GPT. That's Sabrina." I just went back through my archives and I said, no, no, no. It was the girl with the glasses with the crystals all around it. And she had the glitter jacket. I should find her and put her up so you guys can see her. And that came from your GPT. And she has taken that ability from digital and moved it all the way to physical. And I had the privilege to come to her show in California. And my girlfriend flew in from Arizona, and the two of us went to her show together. And when I tell you, I was blown away, number one, by the magnitude of the show that she did, and the fact that she got into such an amazing, huge, because it was LA Art Week. And if you guys know of anything about LA Art Week, they're very, very particular, and especially the show that she was in, they're very particular about the artists who are able to become part of those shows. She went through a jurying process. And if you guys don't know what a jurying process is she had to submit her artwork. And then a panel of people had to make the decision that she was going to be part of this show. And when she found out, I was super ecstatic for her. And so I want to say to her that I'm so proud of the work that you're doing. I'm so proud of what you're doing with how you've expanded your territory. And with all of that, the TRM team would like to welcome Miss Sabrina Jones from the Long Neck Lounge back here on our show. So, Sabrina, can you tell us a little bit about you, your business, and how you got involved in your show?
Ooh, let's see, where do I start? Well, hello. First of all, I have genuinely missed you all. Hold on, this is giving some feedback here on my phone. Hold on. Oh. Here, let me shut this off for right now. I'll go in when it's time. All right, so a little bit about me. Art started when I was 4, and up to now, you know, the traditional art, drawing, black and white charcoal. And then in school, high school, art was an elective to take. In my adult years, I really did not do the art because life happens. You go to school, you get a job, you get in debt, and so all things happen. Now, fast forward, long story short, I resumed doing the art because of a friend. She had a home built in Las Vegas in 2019, and she commissioned me to do an art piece for her home. And that's when I got back into doing acrylic painting. And so from there, started seeing the AI things going on. I was like, okay, what's going on here? So I watched, learned, and then I took a class with William. And then it evolved into Regina, then Talya and Sugar Ray, and now Regina, Talya, and Martine. So just learning all things. I have followed them, I have supported them. And from the AI art, I have taken that to the other art fair other art fair, but it's an exhibit in Los Angeles. And I came to that, learned about that through Danny Black. Danny Black was talking about Saatchi art, and I looked at their webpage, but my goodness, the art in there was like $10,000 for a painting. I mean, a small painting, like 8 by 10. $10,000. So I'm looking like, okay, well, let me see. Then he sends me an application, apply for this. He didn't suggest, he said, apply for this. Now I'm thinking he did this before and he hadn't. And I'm like, okay, so I applied for it. Didn't think anything of it. I applied in October. December, I got an email saying, congratulations, you have been chosen for the other art fair in Los Angeles. And I was like, and it was up from there. And so very excited. By the way, my manager is here with me. I am now represented by Bohannon House. Her name is Shay, House of Bohannon. Her name is Shay, so she is here with me, supporting me today. And I know we'll get into that later, but I do want to acknowledge her. And so went to the other art fair, February the 20th. And let me know if I get ahead. So if you want to stop asking me questions.
No, you're
okay. So February 20th through the 24th is when the art fair took place. I am blessed because I sold 15 pieces, 2 originals, and 13 prints. So I'm very excited. 2 of those were sold through what is called Blind Date with an Art. The collector knew nothing about what was created, didn't know the color palette. We just had to describe it with 3 words: blind date with an art. That might be something y'all want to do, add to. It was fun. So blind date with an art. The first piece sold. Then the curator came and said, do you have another one that you would like to enter? So just so happened I had a second print of the one that I entered initially. And so I gave that one to her. It wasn't framed, but it was matted. So gave that to her, and that one sold the next day. So very excited. It has been an experience. I have learned a lot. I still have a lot to learn. And so I'll pause there in case you want to ask any questions or if anyone has any questions.
So one of the biggest questions that I have for you is, how did you get over the fear of applying?
The applying wasn't it, because I really didn't think I was going to be chosen. So I applied, and because I had never heard of the other art fair. And so I applied, didn't think anything of it, got the email and was like, oh, that's when I became nervous. Okay. Because what do I create? What do I make? And is anybody going to buy my art? So that is when I got nervous and stayed nervous the whole 4 days. So
You, I didn't feel nervousness from you when I came through. You felt very confident. You were completely set up. You knew your artwork. You knew what you had and what you were going to display to your audience. It was a very welcoming booth. Like when I came by and I saw your presentation was very welcoming. How did you make the decisions as far as your setup for and what pieces how did you make the decision of what pieces that you wanted to use in the show?
well, I must give thanks to Lauren. She was my design curator. So Lauren was there before I got there. So Miss Lauren was and her assistant were there setting up. We had 2 meetings. I told her what my vision was. The only thing that I wanted was the long neck lounge on the wall. That was it. That was my only ask. And flowers, because I love flowers. And from there, she took the design and hope maybe she's on because I did tag her in the request. And so she carried out the vision and made it plain. And she actually got a few possible contacts for the future because she is in LA. So potentially she might, do some work in the future for future shows. And as far as the pieces selected for the other art fair, first of all, it's different. I want to tell everybody, be yourself. Be you. Don't try to mimic anybody. Don't try to copy anybody. Get the GPs, make them your own. That is what the other art fair is about showing your own art, being who you are. And that is the main reason why I got chosen. Black Heart Muse was the main attraction of my exhibit. They didn't sell at the show, but I have sold 2 since I've returned. So be yourself, be different. Don't think that your art is not going to sell. Don't think nobody is paying attention to your art because they are.
Um,
And yeah.
I have another question for you. So now being on the back end of your show, what are 3 positives and 3 negatives about showing?
3 positives were meeting the people,
Okay.
connecting, having the conversations. And people want to, they talked about, or I was asked, were they going to cancel the show? But actually, one of the collectors that bought from me was one of the persons that lost their home in the fire. So that was very touching. And so the relationships, my neighbors, and what else would I say? Relationships and the team, the show's team, those were the positive because they made me feel like I was their only artist and they were responsible for all 140. But they made you feel special as if they were there dedicating their time solely for you. The 3 negatives, I really don't have any negatives, anything negative to say because overall it's an amazing, now the parking, now with the parking.
Yeah.
I mean, the parking.
So you're saying LA and parking is...
Listen, the venue, oh my goodness. That is the one thing all of my friends said was the parking. And the positive would be my friends too, the support that I got from my friends. And I must publicly say to Regina, thank you, and to Twyla. I should have done that first. So I'm nervous now. You say I didn't seem nervous, but the saying is, you don't look like what you've been through or what you're going through. That's what this is. So yeah, I do want to publicly thank you. I appreciate you. I adore your work. And I say to you, get your work out there too, because people are waiting, to see what you have. But no negatives, I would say. Only the parking, because everything was just amazing. A great experience. Maybe the cost. I mean, you do have to pay a fee, but it was well worth it, and I would do it again. Actually, one of the curators suggested that I apply for Dallas. I won't do it this year, but I will do it next year.
Okay.
So, mhm.
You know, the one I will say that the parking, absolutely, because baby, finding the parking lot, that was one of the things I was like, hey guys, at night we need bigger signs. That's the only thing that I have to say. The busing over had no problems with that, just finding the parking lot.
Mhm.
But when I got into the show and we actually walked the show, the thing that I loved the most is that they didn't have groups of art that was the same together. Every place that I walked, all the art was different from booth to booth to booth to booth to booth to booth. You may have had people who had similar art, but they were not even remotely close to another person that had that type of art. Sabrina's art was completely different than everyone's art that was there, right? Her art stood out because it was completely different. Her booth mates, the ones that are across the way, right next to her, they were absolutely phenomenal booth mates. And it was so good to see her being embraced by people that she didn't even know until she moved right next to them. Um, they did a wonderful job as far as the auctions and everything to drive traffic, bring people into the show so that she had the opportunity to sell her art to collectors. And she learned the flow really quickly, right? She learned the flow really quickly. You know, she learned how to be, non-aggressive in a, the LA way where like if they came in, then she had that conversation with them. If not, she just let them meander on through and learned how it went. And I just loved to see her work and do her thing. But the one thing that I loved from Sabrina's artwork is the quality of her artwork that was displayed. She did an amazing job, along with her team, of picking pieces that were conversational, number one, that were walk stopping. So like when you walked past her booth, to have those of the her heart views right there, it made people stop, have conversations about it, and it made them want to enter into her world of art. That was her booth. So Sabrina, you did such a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
I'm talking TRM team. Did you guys have, because I love Sabrina. You guys can hear that from what I'm saying.
No, I love watching you virtually make this transition into this next chapter. And thank you for reminding us that sometimes you just need to do it and then you can manage the fear once the yes comes. I think sometimes we spend so much time not doing stuff. All these people who say they're gonna sign up to be on Sundays with TRM, but I'm still waiting. You know who you are. I will not call you by name. Sometimes, let me get back. Sometimes you just need to apply and not worry about the rest. Thank you for sharing it. Because I
Thank you.
think I think we hear that more than anything when it comes to folks and their art. They think nobody will like it. And I'm like, man, don't worry about that. There's gonna always be an audience for what you have to offer. You just got to put it out there.
Absolutely. I was walking through the Atlanta airport and I posted it on my Facebook. The art was, what was it? Maybe an 11 by 20 with concrete and the top of the Home Depot bucket. That's all it was. No color, no words, just they cut the top of the Home Depot bucket where those ridges are, put it down into the concrete, poured the concrete within that frame, and that is in the Atlanta airport. Art.
Mm.
Well, we've been looking at Campbell soup cans for 55 years. That is considered great American art. And it is great American art.
It is. it's probably worth thousands of dollars.
Right.
Yes. And so I just, we're so one of the things Regina always talks about is like within this technical space, and Yolanda brought it up earlier too. Everybody can't do what we're doing. They can't. They don't have the words. There may be too much distance between themselves and the technology, and we get a really unique opportunity to turn our words, our thoughts, and ideas into art. And I hope everyone's walking away encouraged that you have art on your hands and that you really can do more than you ever thought was possible. So I just appreciate you coming on and sharing, and just reminding the room that they just need to fill out the form and not worry about the rest. That's just the first step.
And people will support you. TRM has supported me throughout this process, my GPTs. And speaking of art, I will say to you and share with you, when you are selling the art, make sure you are choosing archival quality paper. It does not have to be the best. Epson is one. I'm an affiliate with Red River Paper, but it costs a little more. But trust me, you'll get your money back if you sell your prints correctly. When you are making or framing, you also want to make sure the frames are archival quality. That has to do with the elasticity and the longevity of the art, because you don't want to sell your art and it starts fading under the light. That is what the acid-free is for the lighting. When it hits the lighting and the different various scopes of lighting, you want to make sure that you have archival quality, even using the glues. Eileen's is one that's non-acid free. And I just bought this one called pH neutral, PVA. This is an archival quality glue. If you're going to use anything for paper or putting the backing onto your prints to put them into a mat, you want to make sure you're using those quality products.
Oh, thank you. I have some of that. I feel special.
And look, my sis Talya, Posca markers were the preferred markers at the show. My neighbor across the way, his entire art collection was done with Posca markers. I said, how many markers did you go through to do this? I mean, this was on a large scale. This was like probably 64 by 32.
Ooh.
I mean, on a large scale.
I didn't know how much Posca markers cost. So I'm just like,
well, Hobby Lobby has the best price. They're $22. Hobby Lobby.
oh,
Oh, so
let's
wow.
go.
I just bought cash yesterday.
I didn't get a chance to tell you how proud I am of you. Like, I was watching you too, virtually, of course, but you were so in your element. And it was just great to witness you coming into your own. So I just wanted to say that.
Thank you.
It's
I
super.
appreciate that. So let's see. What you want me to do now, Regina? You got a question, or you want me to go where we?
So I've got a few things before you guys continue. Everybody in the chat, the paper that Sabrina referenced, I dropped it in both chats. So if you're looking to get good quality prints, go ahead and tap into that. Man, you've been dropping some jewels on us. How I want to say this. If you want people to believe in your art, you invest in your art yourself. I.e., if it's not on the wall yet, why not?
Yeah. And it really doesn't matter the printer, because let me tell you, and this is where you say it didn't look like it. I was stressing out for real, because the Epson, I use Epson. The Epson wanted all ink cartridges went out. Now I bought extra cartridges ahead of time. Up until before I left, I stayed up more than 24 hours trying to get the rest of my prints done. I ordered extra ink. Ink was inking out. Magenta just did not want to stay. So I got to LA, found a printer. Luckily, there was a printer in the same building for the law firm that I worked for. And so I went up, and I just so happened had the prints that I printed at home, but I had them in my lookbook. I took them. He's like, "You printed these at home?" I say, "Yes." And he said, great job. He said, we don't have this. He said, it was the Red River paper. He said, this paper, our paper is not even this quality. He said, this is some expensive paper. Now, this is the professional talking to me. He used Canon laser printer to print my images that I needed to finish. And the laser printer is amazing, but he was like, you did an amazing job. So that was good to know. And so that's why I say make sure you use quality products. If you don't want to get the Red River paper, Epson, their archival quality paper, it is up there too. So yes.
I I love it was just the you used was it a metallic ink or metallic paper
For
for one?
Heart Muse, yeah,
Yeah.
Heart Muse was metallic paper.
Ooh,
Hmm.
that thing was
That was
beautiful.
made of metallic paper.
That was beautiful. I just kind of wanted to go through. This is the background of one of your
I
GP.
remember that.
I just kind of wanted to go through what I'm gonna now call my Sabrina greatest hits for backgrounds. She created some amazing artwork. And one of the pieces that I've used over and over again is always going to be her long necks. Boom, there's a long neck right there. Just beautiful, intricate work. Here's another one of her long neck girls. As you can see, I love the long necks with the glasses. She also created one. This is the one for Halloween. There we go. She did an amazing job for, and here we go. Now we've made it to Christmas. There we go. She's done such a good job with all of her GPTs, everything that she's done. But my heart, when she created the Christmas balls with op art, I wish I could have these up almost every day. These things right here, I knew that she was on to something absolutely phenomenal when she created these. She sent me these cards, you guys, that had all of this amazing artwork on it. Sabrina is a phenomenal artist. I mean, the way she thinks about her art, how she moves with her art, she is a phenomenal artist. And then this was the start of Heart Muse, and then she went a whole different way with it. This was the start, but what she finished with was just out of this world. Oh, they're asking for the glue again. What kind of glues again, Sabrina?
And the printer. They want to know the
Epson
Epson
printer,
printer and the
yeah.
glue.
Mm-hmm.
So the glue is Eileen's. It's called tacky glue.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one I have not tried yet, but this is what my neighbor told me to get. It was a PVA glue.
Absolutely.
So just learning from my neighbors, a PVA, because I want to do glass dust, and that is what they used in their art to give the shining, the glamour of their art. Now my and I want to also talk about diversifying. And if I'm ahead, Regina, let me know. The one thing that one of the curators said to me, and I'm not about color, whatever, I do whatever, but the gentleman was African American. And I'll never forget this. He said to me, he said, I appreciate that you represent who you are as a Black artist, but yet you show diversity, a balance of diversity in your art. And he said, you're going to go a long way. And so they appreciate diversity. So for those of us, I understand, but you also want to diversify if you want to reach the masses and get your art out there. They know who we are just by a name. We don't have to state anything. They know who we are if we represent. You don't have to say nothing or overdo it. People will notice. And it was noticed. But to say that, Mr., my neighbor, he was Caucasian. Mr. is from London. Mr. had every diverse group of women in his art display. He was a teacher. He's a retired teacher. But his journey, his story was about his students. Those girls represented the students that they had taught over the years and their journeys, and they were named after his students. And so diversify. I'll leave you with that. Diversify. Doesn't have to be much, but diversify.
Thank you, Sabrina, because sometimes as an artist, you want to stay true to a certain aesthetic, and as you expand as an artist, you want to incorporate other things, but then you get locked into a specific look per se. So as what you're saying is that grow and incorporate and have different things. You started off one way, like I said, you started off one way, and now your art has moved to another direction. Now you're adding different aspects into your art as far as like glass dust and making sure things are archival, and it ups the value of your art as you become a better artist. You already started off with a strong talent, but now you're growing into this world-renowned artist, because I'm speaking that into existence.
I receive that. I receive
You're
that.
going to become a world-renowned artist, and you're going to be on major shows. And the next time we see you, you're going to be talking about how you started off this way and then you went to here.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
super excited for you. I am super excited for you. And is your manager here? Because
Yeah, she's
I'd
here.
like to bring
Shay.
her up.
Mm-hmm.
Shay, can you raise your hand so I can see where you are, so I can bring you up? Let's see, Shay. Did she come in as Shay by herself, Shay?
Let me make sure she didn't drop off
Okay,
and had to go to a meeting.
okay, no problem. But yeah, so
Um,
for
no, I
everyone,
don't have a text from her. She should be here.
She's here. She may have stepped away, but she's on the call if that's the only shade we have.
okay, all right.
Okay. Yeah, she could be on a call.
Well, I just wanted to thank her for being your manager and pushing you forward and curating your career. We'd like to thank her for for doing all of that, and um, it's so good to have you on. It really, really is. And I'm sure that if you could possibly put your links to your artwork, we may have some collectors out there that might want to
Yeah.
collect your artwork.
Yes, yes, yes. I sent them over to Martine before
Okay.
the show.
All
Oh,
right.
somebody said the printer. The printer I have is a Epson XP 15,000. But again, it's really not the printer, your paper. I had a HP, just a tabletop inkjet, like single tray. And the paper, it's about the paper because the ink is going to ink. I mean, HP ink is HP ink, but it is about the paper and the quality of the products that you use. So I would say that if you have a printer, don't go buy another printer unless you just want to. Just change your products and use an archival quality paper, and you should see the difference. You will have to set your printing to the color coding because there's color codes, like especially if you're going to use Adobe or an Affinity software, you have to set your settings specific to the paper. But if you're just printing through a Canva or through what other Canva or like Paint, you won't need to do that, and it should work. But it's all about the paper and the quality of the products that you use with regards to that. And to what I'm doing, yeah, she's there. She got to be on the phone. So to pivot into what you were saying as to what I was doing about Shay, just signed on with her as House of Bohannon. I'm also I will also be an artist for the House of Bohannon for art for book covers. But the exciting thing is, I won't say the name just yet, but an entertainment company did approach me while at the fair. And I will be working with an entertainment company that wherein my art will be purchased by television and filmmakers for the set designers. So it goes onto a website. I'm not going to say the name yet because we have not told them that I will proceed forward with them just yet. But I will be submitting art to an entertainment company where the design curators will purchase art for the set, and then it would also be licensed. So it'll be protected. So I'm excited about that.
I love that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna be that annoying person tonight, but I need y'all to hear it. She could have just not applied because she was afraid.
Yeah. Yeah, so apply. Do what you do.
Apply.
Yeah, and
Apply,
you too,
people.
Talya. You over there leaning in. Get them journals out there. Get them journals out there. Yeah.
Apply.
There's a Vanguard art show coming up too in Dallas. I mean, it's all kind of things. One lady had a photo booth. So art is not just canvas, it's not just print. She had a photo booth. Steve, the young man that was also my neighbor, he had the whole corner. Now this young man is in his 20s. He had the whole back corner of the show. And what they had going on, they had paper where people came and expressed themselves onto the paper. He did clothes. Steve had clothes at the show, which I'm looking to do too. We were talking at the show. But I've kind of already started. It's just some things, timing is everything. Don't worry about timing. I believe that your latter years will be your greater years. I'm no spring chicken. I'm 56. I'll be 57 next month. This didn't just start for me, but I'm thankful for the journey because timing is everything. I couldn't afford it when I was in my 20s, my 30s. You have to learn some things to get to where you want to be. And I encourage all of you because I see all your work. And I encourage you, stop being fearful because we are our own persons that are holding us back. And I am one that was holding myself back because again, art didn't just start for me. It didn't. Art started when I was 4. Singing is an art. It started when I was singing, 4 years old in the choir. My mother, she implemented art into us, what you have. If I could show, and I know you got other people on the show, but if I could show this one piece that I did, my mother, if I could share my screen.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. And I'm getting emotional just thinking about my mother as I was going to be talking with you all today. And let me know if you can see.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay. So this piece right here, this was the first piece that I drew. I did this in high school. My mother was my biggest fan. She took this and put it into this frame. Now this is glass. You really can't see it because it's an old picture that I took a picture of. But do you know what my mother used to put as the glass, as the covering? You remember the cleaning plastic, what they put over the clothes?
Yeah.
That's what my mother used to protect this. And this was my first piece of art that was hung in our apartment in Gary, Indiana, Brunswick Village Apartments. And that was my first piece of art in high school. And that's a pencil drawing that I did. It's about 20 by 32 maybe. And that was my first piece of art that I did.
I love that.
Sherlock Holmes.
I love it.
And this is me. Started in the arts, right here. And this is my oldest brother over here. Us in the choir. And my mother's on the piano. You can't see her, but my mother was on the piano. But this is where it started for me. And this is the digital space. This is what started the long necks. This shirt, trying to recreate a similar image.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it got started in the digital space. So yeah, that's the journey. So I encourage all of you to get started and move forward in your gifts.
Well, thank you so much, Sabrina. I think my last thing is what's next?
Well, there are talks about doing a book cover for an author.
Okay.
I've already actually completed one. I've done one. This will be the second one. Working on some details, and then working with the entertainment company. And getting back to GPTs, I actually have some GPTs that I haven't released. They're done, but it's just doing the getting them over to you all. So
we can't wait for you to
but
come
I did
back.
one for TRM. They holding out. This is for TRM. So, but just getting back to that, it's been busy. I have an invoice. I sold 2 more pieces this week, so I have to do an invoice for 2 more pieces that I've sold since I've been back. Golden Sunbeam Diva.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So so I have to get that out and probably creating more art. I don't want to create too much. I still have some over from the show, but I'll do another show. I'm looking at maybe Vanguard. Vanguard is next month, so I'll see what the particulars are. I have gotten spoiled a little bit, so I've been looking at some of the shows, and they were like, "Bring your own electricity," and I was like, "What?" I was like, so. So yeah, but no, I want to say again to TRM as a whole, thank you, and Regina, thank you. And then to my crew showed up and showed out. My pops, I call him my godfather. He is not supposed to be driving, but he made his way to the show. I looked up, and that was just special for me, and as well as Mama Lucille Wilkerson. Even in their hindrances, they pressed their way to get to the show. So that did my heart good. It really did. And so I appreciate everyone. Somebody said I need to teach class on exhibiting art. Well, I can answer your questions, but there are actually curators for the shows that help you through that. But certainly if you have any questions, you can inbox me. I can share. I will not charge you for that, because if you do apply for the show, you have the curators that walk you through that. I had 2 meetings. No, we had 3 meetings for the artist as a whole, and they tell you what to do. They approve. They tell you yay, nay, take away, add. And I'm thankful for that, because I got no feedback from the curators to say change this or remove this. Now the one thing for me, the other thing that I would do differently, I probably would not create so many original pieces. I probably should have did a small, medium, large, extra large, and the rest prints. So I did overdo it on the originals, because I told you, Regina, I left 3 pieces at home.
Yep, you sure did.
Yeah, so I would say, yeah, small, medium, extra large. And as a gift for you all's community support, I'll give away a print, interior and exterior.
Oh,
yeah,
that's amazing.
That's exciting.
8.5 by
y'all better not, hey, y'all better not go nowhere.
8.5 by 11.
Oh, that is amazing.
Wow.
Thank you, Sabrina. Thank
Absolutely.
you. We missed you too, for real. We missed you, like for real, missed you.
Too. I feel like I'm behind, like my goodness behind. But it's always a reason. But when I do the videos, I'm gonna do the videos. So
We
but no,
we
I
love
got
it.
videos. I have videos. I have music too. I just have not done it. So, but it's focusing on the show. Take time to do what you're gonna do. Because I can't be all things for everybody. And it's not that I don't support no one person. If I'm doing all things for everyone, I have no time to do anything for me. So, and I'm not a selfish person. But I will step away to take time to do the things that I do need to do in order to get them done. And that's something that I think all of us should do.
Well,
Mhm.
I agree, and I'd like to thank you again, Miss Sabrina Jones from the Long Neck Lounge. The TRM
Thank you.
team is super excited for you, and we're happy to watch your trajectory as you move up in the art world. And we are always going to shout you out every single time that you
Thank you.
do something. And when you're ready to bring a GPT on, just let us know, and we will get that on out there.
All
So
right.
thank
And
you.
then when we're ready, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say when we're ready for the prints, I'll have them available to see what they
Okay.
want.
All
Mhm.
right. Well, we're excited, and congratulations to those two people that are going to win these prints. I,
Thank
I
you.
we didn't know that she was going to do this, right? We didn't even ask her. She came up with this all on her own. So we're super excited that she is going. Look, one for me. Yeah, I feel
I'm
like
trying to think how I can get my name on the wheel. I'm like,
You can't. I delete y'all name
no,
from the list.
and you don't have to compete. I'll send you each one.
that's awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Sabrina, and tell your manager that
Thank
we,
you.
we love the fact that she is pushing you and putting you out there, and we can't wait to see what comes up next.
Oh, maybe this will get on here because she stepped in my neck while I was in LA. She told me, y'all, and she younger than me. It's my cousin too. She
Mhm.
stepped in my neck, y'all, all the way deep down. I need an adjustment still. But she
What?
told me my name, y'all, was too long. The create SPJ odds and ends. She told me that was too long. So I will be going by Sabrina Bree. My name.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
we love it.
She
We
told me it
absolutely.
was too long. She even used a curse word, and I was like, "Ah." So yeah, but it's in all in love. So, but
Yep.
I changed it though.
Well, we're gonna go Sabrina Bree. That is going to be the name of your artwork, and as you move forward, Sabrina Bree. It
Yes,
actually rings, and that's what she was listening for.
yes.
It
Got a
rings.
nice ring to it. Got a nice ring to it.
But I appreciate you all and thank you.
Oh, you
Thank
are
you.
so welcome. Thank you for coming on. And I want you to go back and take a look at all the comments that were in the chat. You have been an inspiration to a lot of people. And Martine, oh, you did put the wheel in because people are asking for the wheel. Well, you've been a inspiration to a lot of people who are here and who are on Facebook that want to go down this road. So they will be watching your career from here on out. So thank you again, and we really, really appreciate you. And
You're
we will see
welcome.
you next
Thank you.
time when you're ready to bring a GPT on. But no rush because we know that you're still working.
Yes, 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 yes.
All right. Thank you. So it is so great to see everybody moving in their careers. And when you do something major as well, we'll bring you right back on to have a spotlight, just like we did with Sabrina. A lot of art collections are done, and she was really good about curating her art collection. Anytime that you have someone of she was not afraid to step out and believe in herself so she could get her collection done. Martine and Sabrina and Talya are all dropping different things into the chat as far as what supply she was talking about, all those things for everyone. So make sure that you guys check the chat and scroll up because they've been dropping backwards and forwards this whole entire time. And the one thing that she talked about was doing collections. And collections is a really big, important part of your artwork. And if you guys know that I have taught about collections over and over and over again, and curating your art down where it all, like, all your kids don't look like cousins, but they look like family, right? So they look like family. So I just want you guys to go through, look at Sabrina's art, see what she has done, and take inspiration from her art. But you need to create collections of your own as far as your art is concerned. And if you guys want to know anything about how I tell everybody how to do their creations and and do their collections, you guys know I teach classes. I teach classes on Midjourney. Midjourney is my bae. And I did a class called Midjourney Minute, and it was all about curations of collections. So if you guys have any questions about that, I am happy to help you with that. And let's make sure that we are all moving forward with that, as far as creating our collections and getting them out to the world, and not being afraid to get them out to the world. And with that being said, she is quiet. The next person that is coming up, I call her a quiet giant. She is a very amazing GPT creator. And she just comes on so quietly and creates GPTs that just blow you away, right? Just blow you completely away. And we are happy to have Miss Ebony Smith back on TRM. And the GPT that she's created, it actually helped me with I have been going through a little bit of procrastination. You see the air quotes on procrastination, which means there's a lot of bit procrastination. So I used her GPT. It was the second conversation starter, and it said, what are you going through? And mine was procrastination. And it helped me find the Bible verses that I needed to meditate on and do Bible study on for procrastination. It was real, and her, I sent her GPT through the paces, right? It asked questions, it was like, what Bible verse would you like me to break down? I put that in. I used the Bible verse that it gave me for procrastination. I put that one in. And it was a really good GPT and a companion for you to do your study. So I'm going to let her explain all about the GPT. And then I'm going to turn it over to my illustrious team, Ebony, because they've created some things. They created some things.
Can't wait to see.
Yes. So, Ebony, can you talk about your GPT for everyone so they know what and bring all the things that I said into the explanation of your GPT?
Yes. Hi, everybody. I'm Ebony Smith. I'm the owner of Purposely Creative Design Studio, and the GPT is called Faith Bridge. I have ADHD, and sometimes I struggle with feeling like I'm behind compared to some of the faith warriors in my family, because sometimes when you read the Bible, it's hard to comprehend. Well, I know for me it is. And I was watching Elevation Church, and I was like, I just threw something that I think Holly was preaching. And I said, well, I'm just going to put this in to see if it breaks down for me so I can explain it. And the topic of the sermon was surrendering. So which was something that this year, or since last year and this year, something I had to personally learn how to do is like just surrender stuff over, stop trying to control it. It messes with my anxiety. Just let God step in and do his thing. And it broke it down to the point where I was like, oh my God, I completely understand that. Then I said, hey, if I wanted to create a GPT for people like me, what should I do? And it was born. Then I went a little extra and turned and created a digital journal to go with it. So they go hand in hand, but and then I used it because I'm also a federal employee during the day. And when I had to get ready to go back in the office, I was like, I need me a good little prayer to help me get through. It gave me a prayer. It even gave me a breathing technique with a prayer. So I was like, Lord, thank you, because I needed it. So it's just something that it's special to me. I used it today. Well, I used the journal today when I watched church and wrote down my notes, and I'm gonna take it in so I can break it down further where I can understand it. And everyone can use a little bit more understanding. If it like me, I just be like, I'm a visual learner, and I just be like, I understand it, but I don't understand it. So break it down to the point where it's completely simple. So it was born.
And it is an amazing GPT, right? Because of the break, I think it's the breakdown for me, how it took a very broad topic that I had, and it broke it down. It gave me a Bible verse, and then it gave me meditations, and it just kept giving more things as I started to work with the GPT. Um, and it helped me understand kind of what I was going through as far as my procrastination was concerned. And I know a lot of people, uh, they're like, "Oh, you do a lot." No, some days I just sit at the computer, go like this.
I feel that.
And it helped me understand that I was giving out more to others than I was giving to myself. So it was an overwhelm for me. So just going through the GPT and being able to journal that and get that out was such a great help. And I used the two conversation starters, the first conversation starter that you had and the second conversation starter that you had. The first conversation starter is the Bible verse, right? So I put the Bible verse in I started on the second conversation starter, then I moved to the first conversation starter.
Mhm.
It just helped. And then I asked it, can you give me other Bible verses that can help me with the procrastination that coincide with this Bible verse? And it did all that too. So it's such a well-versed and knowledge-based GPT. So I really, really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Ebony, really quickly. I know that we keep saying GPT, but it's not just the GPT, right? You have a companion journal that goes along with it, right? So could you show them possibly a little bit of how your journal works,
Yep.
if you don't
If
mind?
I can
Because
share my screen,
I
I
don't
have.
want them to just think that it's a GPT, because it's not just a GPT. You
Yeah.
have something else amazing that goes along with it.
Yep. Can you guys see my screen? Is it showing?
We can.
Yes.
Okay, so the journal is called At the Altar because when I was watching the sermon, and sometimes it's things you just gotta just leave it to God. And I was like, ooh, this would go good with the GPT. So here I have, of course, a note, and then right here they can scan the QR code if they have GPT chat. I'm sorry, on their phone, they can scan it. Then it goes down to the monthly. You can use it as a regular planner. It's undated. You can put whatever you need inside. You can date it. The verse or scriptures that you're studying for that month. If you're picking 4, you can write all 4 down, and then things that you are surrendering to God for the month, and you can write those down. And then we have a verse of the week. So whatever one of the 4 that you pick, you put it at the top, and then you break it down to how it fits and applies to your life. And you can use the GPT to help you figure this section out. Then I also break it down to daily. So you can break it down. Okay, this was the verse of the week at the top. how do I want to apply it in my day? Of course, what you're grateful for, your daily prayer, and just a space to doodle and just be creative to get out your head. Then the sermon notes, this is what I use today. So of course, you put the date, the pastor, the title, the scripture that the pastor goes over, some key points that you took away, personal reflection, application, and then your prayer. The altar is what started it all. I wanted an image of an altar, and I used my GPT to help me create it. I took that prompt and got the image at the top in Midjourney. This is where you write every single thing for the day, the year, the week, however you want, that you are letting go and letting God taken care of. And it was for me because I need a visualization to say, this is what I've been struggling with. I can't hold this down no more by myself. I need you to help me carry it. So that's where it all started, just from this idea, honestly, in the GPT. Then I have affirmations for the journal, and then some journaling pages. So that's the companion to the GPT.
I love it.
I do too. I love it, love it. I think I'm gonna print it though. I like a
Yeah, I showed my one of my aunts, and she was like, are you gonna make this a physical one? I said, I didn't think about that, but I think I might, because some people might still love paper, and that's gonna be the next thing I will offer. Instead of digital, I will offer a physical copy too. But, yeah,
Yeah, please do, because I love paper. I
I've
love
got you.
I'm a tactile feel of a book and my pen. As you see, if you guys can notice from time to time, you'll see me with a pen because I'm writing notes down from the show. So I love having, um, that would be great physically.
That's gonna be next.
Well, I'm going to turn this over to my other members of my TRM team. And because I think both Talia and Martine have done something with the products for your GPT.
Yeah, you want to go first, or you want me to go
yes.
first?
Let me go first real quick because yours
Okay,
is
cool.
so as I stated, I'm a physical girl, right? And me and Martine were talking earlier about your GPT and the amazing things that it does. And she was like, oh, I'm going to create this. And I was like, oh, and I started thinking in my mind, I was like, I would take that and make bookmarks with it. That's what I would do because I'm a physical girl, right? So I don't have my camera set up tonight because I had a whole fiasco going before we got on the call today. So sorry to my head and not my heart. But what I am going to do is take my background off so you guys can see what I created, because I created magnetic bookmarks with your GPT today. And they came out so good. I was excited about it myself. I was like, oh, I know how to do something.
You know you are
You
very
know how to
crafty.
do all the
Stop
things.
playing.
Quit playing. Stop playing.
So
Oh my God, I love it.
Martine said, okay, she told for the GPT, she was like, make it a shorter, And so I took what she said and I turned it into quotes, right? So this one says, fear not, God is with me. And it gives the verse, which is Joshua 1 and 9. This one is faith over fear. And that's 2 Timothy 1 and 7. Now again, let me show y'all how fancy I am. Yeah. Y'all see my look?
You showing off.
I didn't know that you did that on the other side. That's so cute.
And bold faith, strong heart. Again, this was one of the ones that they shortened from Joshua 1 and 9. So I just wanted to show you guys that. And yes, I did brand it.
Love
Okay.
it.
That's cute.
So they came out really, really good. But again, that is why I say I'm a physical person. So I need your journal to be a physical one. I need it to be a physical one.
I got you.
So, where you get the fonts from, though, Talya? I need to know about them fonts because I thought it was very interesting what you did with the fonts there. Can you tell me about the fonts?
They came out of Canva.
Ah.
But you know how I am. I'm a fun girly, so just taught a class about it. You want to talk about that? Here we go.
I do
So
because
no, let me stop.
I like you create. Well, no, but you created a whole product just using fonts.
Just using fonts. That's it. I think we overthink it a lot of times. That we're always talking about our art, and we're always thinking about oh, I need to turn my image into something, but you don't even need the image. You just need the words and put the words together in a way that they're going to stand out and pop off, right? So that is what my class was about, showing you how to take your fonts and make them jump off the page, make them do something a little special. It's not always about the art. Your words can give you that same impact, right? So I taught a Funtabulous Fun with Fonts class.
Yeah, I really
like
like that.
ago.
It's like this is like a solid concept for those who feel like they're creatively lost. Like you can get you that I don't know where she got that magnet paper from, but that's magnet
Amazon.
paper. Oh, okay. Like you could that's something you can do. It's a great start. And that QR code, I didn't know about the QR code. You know, my brain went crazy when I saw that QR code.
You gotta have something to attach it to, right? Why it can't be my business?
See, that's got Mother's Day written all over it. Cause see, we for Mother's Day, we took like old videos and we put them on a QR code. So in my mind, I'm like, ooh, I could put the QR code to the videos we gave my mom on the front and her favorite scripture on one side, QR code on the back. That's what it made me think.
A gospel song that has to do with one of those scriptures. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
Let's throw that in the QR code too. You can have.
I like that.
Bundle it all together.
Magnets, ma'am. We need a class.
I'm just saying what I'm saying. Okay.
You're getting class requests for that magnet.
Class on the magnets.
Summer 2025. It's on its way.
Summer 2025. Yes.
You got to get through work in the day job.
And and let me tell you something. And I will be using a Cricut the next time because I didn't use my Cricut on this one. But please know,
that's
big boy gonna come out.
I just got a Cricut, so I need some ideas.
Yes, ma'am. Well, this will do it. This will do it. Summer 2025. After May 15th.
I think the thing that I love the most, Talya, is the fact that you were able to use her GPT, get the words from the GPT, and then create a product from that. And then if you link it all together, like she said, you can actually use the QR code. And then what if you did this for like your kids that were in college? You put your voice and you're speaking those words on the QR code, and they can just scan it. Because I would, my mother, I would. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
So using that GPT, having her favorite scripture would be the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And as parents, we should put our voices down so our kids can hear them once we're not here.
Yep.
Especially our favorite scriptures.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you on this day.
Yeah.
That my child scared me to death. Okay. So the voicemail that I would have had left for him on this day would not have had any scripture attached to it.
Oh, Lord.
He would have played that QR code, honey, and
he'd have said, "Well, that's my mama."
Y'all, I'm serious. Yeah. My son was missing today. Do y'all hear me? Y'all know how when you check your child location and they don't show up? He wasn't answering his phone. Missing 6 hours.
Yeah.
I almost lost my mind.
Yeah.
This young child of mine who is 25 cracked his cell phone. He blacked out. He fell asleep at a friend's house. Got up to go get the phone fixed. Never at any point in time did he say, "Mama, I should call and let you know where I am and what's going on with me." because the last known location was so far away from anywhere that my child was supposed to have been. Okay. And it was a rural area and it wasn't like nothing around. And so as a mama, my thoughts were my child and had a car accident somewhere. My son is just out here in the middle of these unknown paths because I didn't know where it was. It just looked like a big open field to me. Yeah.
He better double up for Mother's Day. That's all I gotta
My
say.
blood pressure has been high for the last 5 hours. So just so y'all know, I just heard from him 10 minutes after this call started. So yeah. But the words that I got for him when he walked through that door, man,
Won't be
can't
part of
say
the
that
voice
nothing
recording.
godly gonna be about this one right here.
We're glad he was.
He gonna be saying, "Fear not, God is with me."
Excuse me. We had a great question in the chat. Diana said we can use voice for sound. Absolutely. There's a lot of ways you can do it, Diana. You can record yourself just with your cell phone and push it into an app like CapCut or what's the one on the iPhone, Movie Maker, and just rip the audio and make an audio recording. Upload that audio recording to Google Drive, and then you have a link. Turn that link into a QR code. It's one of the easiest things you can do. And I agree with the team. If there's an opportunity to have a relative read a scripture, or just any kind of record, you can also save voicemails. So if you got recordings of voicemails, that's another way. These we're talking scripture bookmarks, but you can also do wedding bookmarks. Like the options are limitless. And I know this is probably surprising to hear, but bookmarks are still $1 billion industry just by itself. There's a mixture of online and physical bookmarks, but overall, there's a lot of opportunity there. But that QR piece, she hid that when I didn't know that was coming. That I was like, whoa, wait, you can do so much with that.
I mean,
That's very
who
cool.
is going to not showcase their business? Who's gonna do that? And I'm gonna get these away,
right.
just so y'all know. When we do the wheel, I'm gonna get these away.
Oh,
And
like
I thought of another thing, Ebony, for your GPT. When we're talking about Bible study and scripture, and you can actually, you guys can speak to Chat GPT and have that relative speak into Chat GPT and have them tell about their study for their Bible scripture studies and how they do things, and then you can have it printed off in a journal with all of their favorite scriptures, what they use during hard times. And everybody's like, okay, Regina, I'm writing that down. Hold on. What they have done through hard times, the scriptures that their parents gave to them as a legacy scripture that has floated throughout your whole entire family. All of those things of, the songs that they sung, and how they interacted with those songs, and what scriptures came from those songs, and how they overcame. All of those things can be done by just starting with one GPT with one scripture. It becomes a family legacy that you can put when you have family reunions. And it's a story that it's a self-writing story. So Ebony, that's probably gonna be your next GPT. I'm always giving Ebony some work. She's like, Regina, you're always giving me some work.
I love it though. I love it.
So Martine, you are up next.
You're muted.
Getting my little screens together here, but so I took another angle. That's the cool thing about the three of us. We've all got like different routes we take, and so I actually, all right, let me get this screen shared. So I took the GPT. One of the conversation starters is like, general topic, which I thought was super cool. So I said, well, give me something about women in courage. And so it gave me this verse, Joshua 1-9 and NIV. I actually like the Message. You've got a lot of different versions of the Bible. The Message is a version of the Bible, and it's the one that I like. And so I asked it to put it into the MSG translation. It did it perfectly. And then I said, help me make a t-shirt, and with the shirt in mind, with the scripture in mind, give me like text in 25 characters or less. And so then it gave me this text that I can then add in on an actual t-shirt design. And so then I was like, well, give me some more scriptures. And then they gave me this one, which is Proverbs 31:25. It's one of my favorites. And so then I said, again, give me some text, 25 characters and less, based on that scripture. So that's what I did to kind of set the scene. And then I'm going to show you the design that I came up with. All right, can y'all see that? All right, so you guys know, if you took my Canva frames class, that we talked a lot about the brushstroke trend. And so this is the design that I came up with. I'm actually going to have this made and put on a t-shirt. It's going to be my Mother's Day gift to my mom and my sister. But using that brushstroke trend, which is trending, and some AI art that I came up with, this is how I brought that scripture into a larger design. And then here's what it looks like on a t-shirt. So thank you. And I used a little bit of my font magic from Talya's font class. Once I settled in, it was like, okay, I got this. So that is what I came up with. Just a little, and it could be a t-shirt design, a journal cover design, all the things. But I'm a t-shirt girl, so I'm gonna have these made. It's gonna be part of my Mother's Day kit for the mothers in my life.
Awesome.
I love it.
Thank
So
you.
Ebony, I bet you were like, I did a simple journal in GPT, and then TRM was like, no, it's like this. And we see
I love it though. I love it. I love to see what you guys come up with, because I always think of one way, but then I leave with so many other ideas on how I can show people how the GPT works. And I love it. I love it.
But all these ideas come from the initial start of your GPT, right? So going through your GPT, seeing what it can do, seeing how it reacts, and we all went through your GPT at a different angle.
Yep.
As you notice, every single one of us did something different. And that shows the diversity of your GPT and how it works, and how even all of you we all got it. And we all did something different. So I'm excited that Talya made those amazing things. She made a t-shirt design. I just went deep into study for mine, and then we came up with all these other things and created probably another GPT. So I'm excited for you, everybody. Ebony's GPTs always work better than expected. So please, if you purchase her GPT, like I always say, make sure that you add her so she knows that you got it. And especially for those who are going to, are we giving away a GPT today? Before I say that, are we giving away a GPT, Ebony?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
For those who are going to win the GPT, I just wanted to make sure. Please make sure that you're adding her so that she knows that how much you enjoyed it and how much you loved working with the GPT.
Yes.
So thank you again so much, Ebony, for everything that you've done and all of the wonderfulness of your work, because top tier, just top tier work.
Always.
Mhm.
And your smile. Oh,
it's like
every
amazing,
time you
right?
come on, it's like magnetic. Like you just light it up. You
It
have
is
the best aura, the best.
the best.
I
All
try to
right,
have everywhere I go.
You're doing it.
but we appreciate you. We really, really do. And thank you so much. Martine, is it time to go over the wheel again. I think it's almost time, isn't it? Oh, you're muted. Can't hear you.
I see the request in the chat. I'm dropping it again. So those of you that had to come out and pop back in and all that good stuff, the link is in the chat. Couple of ways that you can win an entry. Share this live. Remember, we're trying to expand the reach of everybody's products that comes on. Sharing don't cost a thing. It's the easiest and a free thing that you can do to support this broadcast. You can also join our learning, TRM learning. Anyone that became a member this week, you're already on the list. And then if you want to join tonight, you can join as a free or paid member and you will get an additional entry. All right. We are gonna be wrapping up in about 6 minutes. So you got 6 minutes to take care of that business, and then I'm going to shut it down. Thanks, Regina.
I'm just
Like, whose
talking and I'm
screen is
on
that?
mute. I'm like, I'm all on mute. I am so excited. We're moving to William, right?
Yes, Cam hadn't checked in. So yep, let's roll with William.
So, you guys know that I absolutely love William's work. And he is always doing such a phenomenal job with his GPTs and everything that he does. I don't know why that didn't come up. Everything that he does is always top tier. But this new GPT, you guys see that in the back? You guys see that?
Oh wow, that looks nice.
Yeah, I didn't show you because I was so proud.
I haven't seen it either.
Isn't it cool?
I was so proud. The action poses, the clarity of imagery on his GPT, man, it came out amazing. Um, you guys know I put a little zhuzh on it. I put a little zhuzh, but I just used the prompt and then I was like, no, I need to have this bigger. I need to see it bigger. It's so, his GPT is so amazing. I can't wait for you guys to see what Talya has done with his GPT. GPT, do you want me to go first or do you want to go first?
I'll go first because you
Okay.
gonna take them down a whole different rabbit hole. And
All right, ma'am.
so can William talk about his shit? It's like he ain't say nothing. He didn't say one
Absolutely.
I
word
was
about
waiting
it.
on y'all. I was
Go ahead. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Well,
William, let me get you up and around us.
okay. Well, anyway, I don't know if a lot of people, the people on here know, but I'm actually a photographer. So I used to go out to the basketball games. I've done it for probably like 5 years, and I used to just take photos of the high school students. And by doing that, it was like it was almost, it felt like that I was going fishing, and I became so good at taking those imageries. I used to get invited out to take photos of everybody. So what I try to do with this GPT, I try to bring that experience that I had taking those photos within a GPT. I probably in 1 year I could take over 10,000 photos. So it's a lot of information that I put in this GPT to create those images like that. When you are actually photographing, when you're out there photographing, you got to tell a story, and you just can't get all action shots. So you got to get some of the people jumping up and down. You got to get some of the people waving, and the agony of the feet. You got to get all those different shots because you got to tell a story about what's going on, and that's what this GP does. Is kind of tell a story.
And it does. So I can't
It
wait for you to.
absolutely does.
It's
So
amazing.
for me, I just, I did something digital again this week because that's the kick that I've been on here, like trying to do a little more digital and not so much physical all the time. But I created a senior night flyer. Hold, please.
Okay. All right. I like your flyers.
I had to find it first. I don't know where none of my stuff is.
Mhm.
I can't find nothing because I've been stressed out. Just so y'all know, I don't know
Oh,
where nothing is
wow.
because I've been stressed. But let me make it a little bit bigger. I created a senior night flyer with your GPT. And again, your action shots are amazing. Like literally amazing. Yes,
Oh, thank
that
you.
is what I came up with for your GPT.
That is really
And I
good.
only used 2 images, right? So the main one is just one image that has all of those things in the background that that you say you do need all of those things to make it really stand out like that. So
Mhm.
and then I just isolated the main characters is all. So yeah, your GPT is bomb. It's bomb.com. I had several other ideas, so you're probably gonna see a couple more things coming too, because I did have a few more ideas.
That composite looked really good. You got an eye for
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I love it. I love it. I love how she does that. The distance and the range and the ball with the fire. She's able to pull all of that in because his GPT has all of that and more. So let me share my screen. I'm going to start with the Chat GPT images. Do you see this? He's flying, they're practicing, he's doing his thing. And then, of course, I asked it for all the options, and then I wanted prompts. And then there are
Ooh,
so many different. Okay, ChatGPT, I'm gonna need you to show this the screen. There it goes. You didn't want to show that one, but every single one of these images, you have what is going on. Of course, today ChatGPT doesn't want to show when these images are so strong. Let me see if I can reboot really quickly. He's got some very strong, amazing images. Boom, there we go. Amazing images of athletes that are doing their thing. Look at that one, William.
it's the details though, the sweat
See,
that you see, the different angles, like all
the
of
re-
it. It's
do you see the
crazy.
reflection that is perfect in the floor, Talia? Look at that. Those are the little details that as a person who is looking at art, and
Okay, I
even
like this
how
one.
amazing.
Hey,
Yep, I decided to do, look at this one, just flying through the
wow,
air. She's a little strong on this one. She's just a little strong, but I
little
love
tad.
I love every bit of the details that his GPT gave. It's just, and then of course I
Oh,
have to
that's the type of shot I'm talking about.
look
Yes.
at that one, William, with the
Yeah.
coach. Oh my gosh, I
Those are the
love
type of
that one.
shots I'm
Coach
talking
getting
about.
into him too. I just need you to know he getting into him.
Yeah.
I love
Coach
them.
said after halftime, I'm telling y'all, yep, not playing. Yeah,
Yep.
we winning this thing tonight. I'm not playing with y'all.
This is
Well,
Midjourney.
now,
Regina, is this Midjourney?
girl,
Yeah, yeah. I
yes.
moved to Midjourney. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
just amazing. And these are straight, just his prompts coming in to Midjourney. Look at that one. Just phenomenal. And then, yeah, I moved from the 16 by 19 to 9 by 16 because there's a couple angles that I wanted to see. Just
Wow.
beautiful imagery. And you would see these people on the court and doing all the things. I love it. Look at that, William. Look at the lighting behind
The
her.
Yeah.
texture too. Yeah, the bokeh. Is it bokeh?
Yeah,
Bokeh?
it's called bouquet. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's those the type of imagery. Yeah.
There's the
Oh,
coach.
come on, coach. He mad over here too. He mad in ChatGPT and in Midjourney.
They mad, but they look fine though.
Wow.
Baby, come on now.
Listen, I was like, oh hey.
Hey,
Hey,
coach.
Regina, I would like to show one of my photo galleries,
Oh,
my battle
sure.
of the sports that I took in, so people can actually see exactly what I'm talking about. But I'll wait until. Wow, that's a good one. I'll wait till you finish.
All
Yeah,
right.
they translate very well into Midjourney.
Oh
Right. And then I
yeah.
started playing with
Wow.
SREFs a little bit.
Oh, that's good. Those are good right there.
There's the coaches again.
Hmm.
I did a whole section of coaches. I'm sorry, you guys. But I was like, ooh, these coaches are nice.
And you got those
Hold
pores.
on, I might need to do a coach's calendar. Hold on a second.
And you got those pores too.
Yes,
Yeah, you got the
absolutely.
pores.
And of course, I'm going to see how his GPT translates it for everyone. I want everyone to know that they can use his GPT over and over again with different um hair types, textures, body sizes, races. I just played with the GPT.
Mhm. And not only that, Regina, that GPT, you can change the mascots. It has the option where you can do that. You can change the names. I just can't use any professional names or college names on here.
None of them.
But you can change that in if you got the GPT. It has
And
the
I
option
love
to
I
do that.
love this shot, right? So you have the action and then in the intensity in the center of the shot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it
Yeah.
is just the whole GPT. And look at this one where they're going for the ball. I love it.
Oh, that was really nice. You pushed this GPT.
Oh, I pushed it. I pushed it.
I see it. You pushed it hard.
Yeah, when I love something, I push it. I keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it.
Mhm.
And that is all of the images that I created from this GPT. It is a phenomenal GPT, William. I had an amazing time working with the GPT. It gave some images like the action shot images, the ball shot images, them diving for the ball, them going for the dunk. All of those things came out of that GPT,
Oh
and I
yeah.
was able to capture it either male or female. You
Hmm.
know, so you can get either one of those. And like how Talya did the flyer, it was chef's kiss. Chef.
Oh, okay.
All
Oh,
right. So you said you wanted to share your screen.
yes. L- I hope everybody can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, this is when I'm doing high school. I did a lot of high school sports. So Indiana, I live in Indiana. So these are some of the sports that I did. You see basketball, football. That right there, semi-pro team. Girls basketball. So all of those images that you see, basically, this is an image of volleyball coach. She went to Roosevelt, or the same school that Bree did. Yeah, these are some. A lot of these, I was hired. I was hired to shoot this girl right here. Another volleyball, and some of these are just some of the things I did. As you see, that's right there is the band right there. So you see the coach got the helmet. So all of these images that I took, I was able to take those into the GPT. This right here is one of my favorite shots right there. As you can see, I got them both, hitting the ball at the same time. Let me see here. These are just some other ones I got. Here it is again with the coach. Okay, here's team beating. So these are basically all that. And then when you're out there with a camera, a lot of the guys they like to show off in front of the camera. So you'll see them doing all kinds of things. A coach shot. So as you can see, all the things he about to throw the ball. Let me see here, cheerleaders. So basically, those are all the things that I basically have right here. You know where you got up in there. So, yeah, and that's
But this
basically
is
my
one
work.
of the reasons why your GPTs are so good because, I mean, this is your background, right?
Yeah, this
And
is
you
my
bring
background.
all of that into the GPT because we wouldn't know what angles to ask for. We wouldn't know, how to get those action shots the way
Hmm.
that you know what to ask for specifically. So that's why your GPTs are so good.
And this one right here, this girl, she's spiking the ball. Let's see here. I'm gonna. All right, then this one right here, I love the when they do the pre workout. You know, I can get a lot of good action shots on that one right there. And as you can see, I take a lot of pictures. So, and that's the reason why I know that. And I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Thank you for, as you see, I can go for rows and rows, so you can see that I took a lot of pictures. And that's not the end of it. Still a lot more going. Yeah,
William, I just had a thought as you were doing that, and I'm
yeah.
playing in the background because my brain does how my brain works.
Hmm.
As a photographer, so let's say you're doing action poses for your athlete. You
Yes,
can use your GPT because I just ran it to create a background, and they can pose, and you can shoot them on that background. So
yeah.
they don't necessarily have to be on the court. You can do some artistic shots, like when you're throwing up the resin and it looks like smoke, or
Hmm.
they're jumping or different things. I just prompted for a background just without the athletes,
Hmm.
but them in the court. So you can do stuff like that with the GPT as well.
Yes.
So you can create that and place your player, or if you have an image of your player, you can place them within, how like Talia did the flyer, you can use
Hmm.
your child, the background, and put them in there. So yeah, background, it will do that. I love it.
Yeah. And I used to do a lot of that. That's called composites, where you change the elements inside of it, but you'll just extract the player out of that, and you'll out of the image, and you'll place them in a different imagery. Yep. I think you're on mute, Regina. um, I think Regina is on mute.
I am on mute. Here I go. I am. I am on mute. Okay, so here is what I did. I came in while William was talking. I was thinking about it and asking ChatGPT to just give me the background. And I went in and I got different backgrounds. There's one that has homecoming on it. And here is another. And of course, you guys know what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to walk these over to Midjourney. Make sure that I'm in the thing. Let's do this. And I'm going to turn it to, instead of 16 by 9, 3 by 2. Just walk these on over and see what it's going to do. But absolutely love, love, love Williams GPTs because as an artist, they give me the ability to have like random thoughts like I just had and use those random thoughts to create art.
Yes. And the good thing about that, when you create your own, you don't have to worry about anybody else's art or somebody saying, "Hey, you use art
Right.
that I had," because you created it yourself, so you don't have to worry about that. I would like to show some composites, if that's okay, that I've done.
Absolutely. Because
All
these are
right.
rendering in the background. Let me go in and
While you transition to that in the chat, I just saw Paula said, very nice, like the usage of the bokeh effect in the background. I don't know what that means, but Paula probably does. And then she said these would be great for the large mock-ups as well. Yeah, a lot of those shots can be used for large scale event boards.
Yes, yes. And Talia, this right here that you're looking at is my composites. So, as you can see, that did a senior photo shoot.
Um,
This guy right
William, we
here.
don't see.
Oh,
No,
y'all
I
don't see
see
it?
it. No, I
I
Okay,
see it.
see it.
okay,
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
there, got it.
And as you see, this is a volleyball player. She's a volleyball player. He's a baseball player. So I just did a composite. Football player,
Awesome.
football player. He used to play basketball, but don't anymore. This guy played for North Carolina. He's really good. And this is right here. Yep. I don't know how that is. But anyway, that's my watermark right there. But I did
Mm-hmm.
it in more like when I took the photo of him, I did it like a Sports Illustrated one.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep.
Good
Okay.
job. Good job. Hey, hey.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, did you see the ones that I created for you, William?
Yeah, let me see that. Oh, yeah, I like that.
So you can use those within your art. Place
Hmm.
your student in there and keep on moving. I
Oh, yeah.
love it. They came
Great
out
idea. Yeah.
so beautiful.
Yep, it's just that the way that AI is, you can do a whole lot. And
Mm-hmm.
before, I would have had to search for those that type of background, and I had to make
Right.
sure that I had the
Right.
rights to use them. But now you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to,
Mm.
yeah,
You can just go into William GPT and bam,
just
create
put
it.
it out there. Yeah.
Um,
Um,
I love it. I absolutely love it because as you were talking, my brain was going. Let me see if I can take the person out. Let me see if I can take the person out, and I
And you
did.
know what, Regina? One more thing, you can put it in motion now. You remember?
Right. That's right. That's right. I could see him in motion with all the stuff just flying. Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
by day, I'm an instructional designer, so a lot of my work is tied to pulling in stock images
Hmm.
into different courses so that people can learn. So with this example, with those empty stadiums, let's say I was creating a course for coaches on some new policies, right? One of the things I struggle with is finding action shots, same issue as William. Not sure if they're copyrighted or protected, so can I use them? Or they're not always as diverse as I need them to be. So here's why I'm saying this. Canva creators, you can generate images and submit them to Canva. Every time someone downloads that image, you get paid on it. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
So getting these GPTs and then rendering images based on gaps on Canva. So like if it's hard to find a Samoan playing basketball, then you render some shots of some stock photo quality shots and you submit them to Canva. They're hard, there's a lot that's hard to find because people don't realize that they can be a Canva creator and people don't realize that they can get paid based on when things are downloaded. And when there are gaps, when there are certain types of images that are hard to find, your images are going to get downloaded more, so you're going to make more money. And
Hmm.
folks like me are using Canva every day to find stock images and use them to create courses. So it's a real thing and it's a real way to make some money
Yeah.
passively, very passive.
And actually, I'm with a couple of different stock photography that I upload to, and I get paid from that because my photos are still making money, especially the sports ones. They still making money as of the day. And I my one of my photos 6 years ago, I took 6 years ago, and it made some money. So yes, you're absolutely right.
That's another thing you can apply to people. Don't be scared. Go become a Canva creator. With all that you done got 19 million GPTs, go be a Canva creator. Render some of this art with those GPTs.
I love it. I
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm about to sell them some of my furniture I created in there. So,
Yeah,
Mm,
furniture. Yeah.
hmm
I love that. Um, Well, thank you so much, Mr. William.
Oh, you're welcome.
Once again, another GPT that is a hit, out the park. You know, I always say William comes with the greatest hits. He comes with the greatest hits. And he allows me to be the artist that I love to be because he already writes the great stuff in there. That's the one thing about our GPT creators, our artists who come on. They are always stepping the bar up every single time. And everyone's eye is different and they see something different. And because of the fact that William is a photographer, you can now see why you're getting the images that you're getting from his GPT.
Mm-hmm.
Those two things go together. So thank you again, William, for coming on and showing your greatness. And we really appreciate having you on every single time.
And I just got a quick story. Um, I had when I first got my first camera, and had somebody that was teaching me, helping me out, my coach, my trainer, and they had to leave. I had my camera, had my little lens and everything else, and they came up to me, "Hey, I gotta leave. I need you to take over." And then I said this, "What do I do?" And they said, "Just snap the lens. Just do what you've been doing. Just press the shutter. And if you're fearful or anything, all you got to do is just do it." And look at me now. I was shooting pictures like that. And that's all I wanted to add. Hopefully that encouraged somebody.
You know, I think that that is the theme for this whole entire live is just do it.
Yeah.
You know, from Sabrina to Ebony to you, we're all you guys are all just doing it, right? And you guys took the fear and you walked through the fear and became the great artists that every single one of you guys are, the great creators that you guys are, because you just did it. And I think that is going to be probably the name of this show is just do it. Just do it. So once again, William, we are so happy to have you on. And as you can see, I loved your GPT. I think I did 100. Look, I always have to go back. Now that I have the organizational skills within Midjourney, I can tell exactly how many images I created within your GPT.
Well, you got the girls volleyball team coming up next, so.
Oh, that's exciting.
That is exciting.
William, I created
William,
168 images in your GPT.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna do I got some YouTube things I'm about to do. I'm gonna reach out. I got an idea, and I want to use I want to get your permission to use your GPT. Also, send it to me as a direct message, but I'm sure they meant everybody. You mentioned adding motion, guys. If you didn't know, William absolutely has a rock star at adding motion. And so these action shots that you guys see, he's been teaching people how to add the motion graphics. So these images could literally move.
He's an excellent teacher.
And you're an excellent student. Y'all should have seen Erica's video she made. I was so surprised. I was going to give her the mic so she can teach the rest of the class. Oh, wow.
Well, thank you, William. Again, we really appreciate you. We really appreciate everything that you do and how you have really helped everyone here. And we are super excited to see what comes next. As you said, we're going to get volleyball the next time, and I'm excited to play with it. But for the Californian here, can we have beach volleyball? That's all I'm
Oh,
asking for. That's
oh,
all I
you
need
got it. You
in
got it.
there.
Matter of fact, you probably have it in your inbox now. No, I'm
Okay.
just kidding. Not that fast.
She's like, bing, bing, bam. Yeah. Yeah. For the Californian that is
Mhm.
here, please. I need beach. I
Okay,
need.
I'll make sure I put that in
That's
there.
what we do out here. So if you could do beach for me,
You
I
got it.
appreciate
See me speaking up for her Californians.
all the time. All the time. All the time. All right. Martine, I think it is about that time.
I think it's about that time too. And you know, my lovely daughter, she's making a lot of noise in the background. So hopefully y'all aren't hearing too much of that. but I do have the wheel up and ready. We had over 100 entries today, so woohoo for y'all. That means that y'all are amplifying the voices from tonight's show. Before I get into that, I do want to make a brief announcement that the Canva Level 2 class will be in 2 weeks. Canva Level 2. We've been doing this Canva frame class, and I want to talk to y'all about it because Level 2 is going to be all about Adobe Illustrator. All right, so on level 1, put a 1 in the chat if you learned how to make a Canva frame in level 1. Put a 1 in the chat if you learned how to make a Canva frame. All right, I think I got a lot of 1s because a lot of folks walked out of there knowing how to make a Canva frame, which was huge. Man, that Canva frame, man, it's been getting away from people. And I'm gonna look at the chat just a second. I got to get my screen set up. That Canva frame has been getting away from folks, but we finally made it happen, Captain. And so I'm so excited that we're gonna move up to the next level of this course, which we're gonna be looking at level 2, which now we're gonna make Canva frames in Adobe Illustrator. Okay, it's gonna be, and folks who took level 1, you know how we did things. It's gonna be very similar, but I'm really just focusing on, the goal is to make sure everyone walks away knowing how to make a Canva frame in Adobe Illustrator, okay? There are just some things that you can do in Adobe Illustrator that, to me, are a little easier than the tools that we used in level 1. Also, you've got a little bit more flexibility in how you group things. And so I think this is a good opportunity, okay? Sis Donis, I'll shoot you another email. I did send a second one last week, but I'll shoot you another one this evening. All right. So we're gonna be doing just straight up in Adobe Illustrator. How do you make Canva frames? What does it look like? But there are a couple things I want you guys to be aware of. Okay. Class 2 is a build up to class 3. Okay, class 3 is the coup de grace. It's what everybody's been wanting to do. How do I take my AI art and turn it into a Canva frame? Well, we're gonna bring in yet another set of tools in level 3. So level 2, we're gonna focus on Adobe Illustrator so that when we get to level 3, we're feeling confident with Adobe Illustrator and we can just focus on making our AI art suitable for a Canva frame. Okay. So that is the workflow. I wanted you guys to know that that is happening. And that if you've been taking my classes as a single class, I highly recommend that you take level 2 before you jump into level 3 and just make sure you're really confident about creating a Canva frame in Illustrator, because in this third class, we're going to be doing what you see in this picture. In level 3, we're going to do it, but you got to be comfortable in Adobe Illustrator in order to do it and do it well. All right. Tonight, I do have a discount. Those of you who are going to be buying the class as an individual single purchase, it is $15 off until I run out of coupons. So I'm going to drop that in the chat for you. But we're rocking and rolling with this Canva frame. This was one of our Patreon subscribers. They requested it. They were like, hey, we want to learn Canva frames. And so I've been doing the work in the background to make sure that you're feeling good and confident with Canva frames. And I'm excited about it. But all we're doing, everybody's goal is to walk out of there knowing how to do it in Adobe. That's our goal. That's all we're going to be doing. You will need Adobe Illustrator for that class. You're going to need it. Okay. Are there any questions for me about that class before I talk about some other things? Any questions? Let me just double check all the chats. Oh, yay. Okay. Cynthia said it was a great class. Monica's made frames. I see the ones that came in. Diana, you might love this class since you're already an Adobe girl. All right, good. Okay, good. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to kind of update y'all on that little piece with our level 2. Level 2, we're just making a frame. And this is really for folks who you're kind of techie. You can figure out new tools. Maybe you jumped into Adobe, you dabbled a little bit, and you came right back out. Those are the kind of folks I'm looking to have in that class. If you're someone who really, really struggles, you might want to connect with me with a one-on-one. Okay, if you're someone who's like, every time I touch the computer, it blow up, then let's do a one-on-one so I can give you the right support that you need. But if you can learn a new tool kind of quick, you can get in there and fiddle around and come back out. This is the class for you. All right, let me just double check. All right, so here we go with this reel. Are you ready? I'm gonna go ahead and hit that share button. Are you ready to take those names? Let me just double. Are you good with that today? Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna start with the art. Or what are we starting with today? Refresh my memory. And hopefully
Sabrina.
I'm showing the wheel, or y'all can't see it.
No, we see the wheel.
Okay, cool. All right. And y'all aren't getting background noise, correct?
No.
Okay. All right. So we'll start with Sabrina, who's giving art. She's giving prints tonight. She's giving 2 prints.
Yes.
So we'll spend the first time for print number 1. Let's go into Adornments by Crystal. Crystal is one of my morning motivations partners. Congratulations. Can't wait to see you next week. And this is for our second print, and that's going to be delivered by Sabrina. So we'll connect you guys so y'all can get a mailing address to her.
Yep.
Terry Baker
Terry Baker
will be our second winner. All right, what do we have next?
Ebony.
All right, so Ebony's doing a GPT. All right, so we've got a GPT from Ebony. That's going to Miss JJ's Creations. You shared.
That's Miss Janice.
That's Miss Janice? Miss Janice, that's 2 in the last 6 weeks. Come on, lady.
Ain't that Miss Janice? I think it is.
I don't know.
I
Maybe.
think that is.
I think that is too. Don't get me to guessing. I got to see the logo and the name together.
No, we got a confirmation in the chat. It is Miss Janice.
It's Miss
Congratulations,
Janice
Miss
is killing the game. All right. What's next? What do we have next up?
We can go to William.
William with our homecoming basketball GPT. Going to Miss Candace H. Candace H.
All right. One more for William.
That will be Miss Donnie.
That is Miss Dion.
Dion. Mm-hmm. All right. And then I will give away 1 seat, and I will let you choose from my Canva frame series, because you might need number 1. You may not need number 2. So it'll be a Canva frame course of your choosing.
All right. I got you down.
1 seat. 1 seat. All right, Miss Michelle.
Hey.
Miss Michelle Ray. Gonna remove that. All right, and I think that is it for the wheel too.
No, I'm giving away my my
Oh,
three bookmarks.
Oh
Got three
yeah, I
bookmarks.
forgot about it. My bad, my bad. All right, let's come on with these bookmarks. All right, this is spin one for bookmark number one. Child, you know I don't forget. We went out of order. That's what it is. That'd be Miss Erica Day. Look at her clapping. I see you over
she
there
knew she was
clapping.
gonna win one
She
too.
knew.
She knew it, didn't she? She knew it.
This is for bookmark number two. LaShonda Lowe. Hey, LaShonda.
LaShonda need to play the lotto, I think.
For real. Cynthia, these were the physical bookmarks that Talya's gonna mail them. They were physical bookmarks. They weren't anything digital. Even though, you know, she might sell her template. Who knows? And this is our last one. This is the last physical bookmarks that Talya shared. Monica with a lavish life. Monica and Eric, I got a question for y'all too. I'm gonna reach out to y'all. I have a question about y'all's thing that y'all did in co-working. I'll reach out.
Martine, before you go,
yes, ma'am.
I wanted to give away a replay to the editing class. If you guys were not in the editing class, you guys did not know Midjourney dropped something brand new.
Sure did.
And the editor.
Oh, y'all gonna get a good one.
In the editing class, we're the only ones that know how to use it. They're the only ones that know.
Let me go. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, that class was good.
Ooh, yeah.
Y'all, my screen's slowing down, so just bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. My screen is slowing down, and it's because I'm on the last one. That's why it's slowing down. Yeah, Midjourney did their big one with them editor updates. Hold on. It's only because I know it's a lot of anticipation. But literally all of my screens I feel it. All of my screens were like
there are a couple questions while the screen is doing what it's doing. Yes, there is a replay there's actually two in there. The first replay and then the second that I did yesterday. I sent an email out for everyone who was in the first class. You guys should have all received an email. If you did not receive the email, the replay is already in your portal and you guys should already have it.
Okay. So before we get into this last one, I got two things I want to say. Okay. First of all, Patreon family, y'all have been absolutely wonderful. And the team and I have been so impressed with how much you're learning, how you're connecting your own dots, and how deep you're going and getting better and better at your craft. So I want to say that first. Second, at the top of this hour, we talked about Sabrina and this application. She put an email address on her art. Now she has multiple deals and she's sending invoices out. We've been looking at our own data and we haven't even started to tell the stories of our panelists who come in and walk away with one sale or 5 or more. I'm about to put the TRM panelists sign up link in the chat. Stop playing and say yes to yourself. Say yes to this business so your spouse don't have to side eye you no more because you've been playing with the money. I'll put it in the chat. You're
This
not
about to be
giving
side-eye.
how much more of this stuff you gon' how many more of these subscriptions you gonna get, but ain't sold nothing because you too scared to talk to anybody about the things that you have been, the beautiful things that you've been doing.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
before you come and work on getting this class, because we do want you to get this class, I'm about to drop in 2 things. We want you in the Patreon. Our folks in Patreon are learning and growing for a lot of reasons. The big one is that Regina, Talya, and myself, we talk to each other and we weave in what we teach separately so that our learners get the best experience possible so that they can learn deep and long. Okay? They're learning deeply and they're able to take one class, make a few connections to the next class, make a few connections to the next. If you're not a part of the Patreon, I recommend that you join. If you have already purchased 2 out of the 3 of us as classes, you're spending too much money. Let me help you reduce an argument with your spouse. Get the subscription and save the money. All right. 2, apply to be a panelist. We want to elevate your work. We want to talk about your work. We want to tell other people about what you have to offer. We want to help you build your confidence in you telling people about what you offer. But we cannot do that if you're slow to the trigger on becoming a panelist. All right. I'm fussing because it sat in my spirit so heavily because I'm like, wait a minute. She could have said no and none of these doors would exist. Quit saying no to yourselves. All right, I'm gonna spin the wheel. And no matter what happens, y'all need to give Regina class because, honey, that class is good.
I tell you. Some of y'all that was in there, go ahead and say something because y'all had some aha moments in that class. I
All
know
up
you
in
did.
that class. They was on there on them cute computers so hard. Tracy time. Winner, chicken dinner.
Hey.
All right, that's it for me. I'm done fussing. I said my piece. Let's stop playing with this money that you just spent and let's start talking about the products that you already got in the shop.
Ooh, well, child, Martina fussed at everybody. Sabrina over there praying that y'all gonna say yes.
Come on now.
To yourselves.
And
okay.
Tracy is actually my friend that I invited to watch the live.
Really? Come
She's
on,
a good
Tracy.
friend. Yeah, and she come up here winning. Tracy win everything. She be on television shows, y'all, winning big.
Tracy better go get some lottery tickets or something.
I forgot to share. Can I share this, y'all? I'm sorry, Regina. Can I share this? I got an Etsy ad on my Facebook this week. All right. Okay, there were 5 little, you know how you get them Etsy ads to be little squares with different products? The first 4 squares were people that had been on Sundays with TRM. Here's what this means, okay? They're showing it to me because at some point I done clicked on that link. So Etsy is going, you didn't click on that link, so I am going to show this product to you again. They don't know that we got Sundays with TRM, all right? But if they're showing it to me, they're going to show it to you too. So essentially, Etsy is paying, or the seller is paying, ad spend to push links that come through Sundays with TRM out further. Because if they send it to me, they're going to put it in every single person who's clicked on that link when they pull up on their Facebook. I was amazed. If there were 5 squares, 4 of them, either if their GPT hadn't been on Sundays with TRM, then they had been on Sundays with TRM. This is a wonderful place. I love all of you. I love the think tank that we've built, and we want you to succeed. So come on and join us.
Sorry, Martine. I was looking on to see if I could find it on my Pinterest because it's doing the same thing on my Pinterest. They're putting the ads for the GPTs on my Pinterest, and I wanted to see if I could scroll through because they were actively showing me GPTs from GPT creators directly on my Pinterest. And, you guys know that I absolutely love Pinterest and the reach is evergreen. So Etsy is putting a lot of work into getting information out to their audience and bringing people back to Etsy via, ads. And they're not only doing it on their platform, but they're doing it on the number 2 search engine, which is Pinterest. I was trying to get them to key it because I'm moving in and out. Let me see if I can put this put GPT in my thing, and I can key that ad to come in.
And for our new, while she's doing that, for our newbies, here's what that means. So anytime your product can be pushed out to a larger algorithm, that's a little, if you didn't pay for the ad, that means the company has had so many hits on that link that they're willing to spend the money to push it out themselves.
Right.
It's a wonderful thing. All right.
And I just want to say
Anytime.
something. I just
Oh
want to say
yeah. Oh
something
yeah.
real
Go ahead,
quick.
William. Yeah, go ahead.
They also putting it on TV too. I've seen a
Mm.
couple of ads on TV. I haven't seen GPT ads, but I've seen Etsy ads on TV. So just think about it. Get those GPTs out there.
Yeah.
So the
So
first step is you got to talk about it. And you got to talk about it in environments where people might click on it. I.e., William Taylor got a show on Saturday. Sun is with TRM on Sunday. You have to get people to click on the link. And you got to be in environments where they do that. And if there's enough clicks, then the company may spend the money. Or you spend it and it's going to go out even further because you've got more people that have clicked on it than normal. Yeah, y'all see what I'm putting down? So when they say passive, because passive ain't passive. Passive is you talk about it and strategically put it in enough environments the right way that people click on it. So when it's in the middle of the night and you sleep, somebody buys it. But you still got to get up and talk about it every day. I talk it's 5 o'clock in the morning. We talk at 6 o'clock p.m. But somebody may buy it on a random Tuesday. I'm still got to put in the work. You still got to put in the work to get these GPTs and these products out here. It's just that the money can come at any time. All right. So just want to make sure I mentioned that. I was like, I remember this GPT and this one. It's a wonderful thing. That means what we're doing here as a community is working, and people have more and more opportunities to be successful. And we want to see you guys be as successful as possible, as long as you're willing to put in that work.
I love it. I love it.
Let's see. Did you
The
find it?
no, but the one thing that did come up because I did look at her product is Misha's Surprise Girls. So it's right here. You see it? There she is. There's her surprise girl because I had just taken a look at that. But as I continue to scroll, remember this is an evergreen scroll, right? You're going to continue to see different things that came through, all the things that you've looked at, and that is what Etsy is. I'm sorry, Pinterest is doing. They are pushing out to another audience. So this, I was right here and I looked at collage because, of course, I'm a collage girl, and all of this is coming from Etsy as well, and Creative Market and all the different feeds because they're tracking pixels on everything that you do within that shop. So it's looking at what you're looking at. It's seeing what you've clicked on. It's seeing what you're looking at. And those pixels are talking to their pixels, and then they're shooting those advertising dollars out. So just continue to keep putting your stuff up, coming into different places, so you guys can now be seen in different places. I think that Martine, thank you so much for talking about that, because I don't think people really know that Etsy will push you. I didn't know that until Sabrina told me. She told me. I was like, what? She was like, girl, yeah. Yeah, girl, yeah, they will. So continue to come on to spaces where we will put you in front of different things and different places so people can click on it, and then the tracking pixel will go out, and people do what they call lookalike audiences. So if an audience of people are looking for certain things, then it'll start to go out and out and out and out and out, and you become, your stuff gets everywhere.
You know when we're gonna see it? Mark my words. Y'all remember the lady on TikTok who did the "Who the F Did I Marry"? Okay, she's got a series coming out. Watch when the series comes out, because so many people are gonna go back and revisit her TikToks that you're gonna slowly start seeing some of her TikToks pop back in your feed, and then you're gonna be randomly on Pinterest, and it's gonna be Lifetime movie, da 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 da. Who did I marry? Or whatever name they're gonna come up with. Mark my words, you're going to see it happen. All right, it's gonna happen because they know as people click on it on TikTok, they're gonna send it out they're gonna go, oh, they may look at it on Pinterest, they may look at it on Facebook. All right, we have the power as business owners to be able to tap into that as well, as long as you're talking about what you sell.
Right. I agree.
I got this question, Regina. I'm sorry. Yes, Regina's class is yesterday was the rescheduled replay. Okay, so she had a class and they were working on it, right, Regina?
Yeah, what happened was initially on my first class, I woke up in the morning and as I do, I checked the back end of Midjourney, and the editor was on red, which means that they were having problems with it. And then when I started like an hour before the class, it was yellow. I was like, oh, I can work with yellow. Yellow is fine. I'm good. And in the middle of the class, the editor went to red, which means that the editor stopped working in the middle of the class. So I told the class participants that I would contact them, find out what was going on, and redo the class. Well, on office, when we have our office hours, he told us at the end of our office hours, hey, I put something in the editor. It's brand new. You guys go have fun. He didn't tell us how to use it. He didn't tell us what it was. He didn't tell us anything. He just put it in there. So I go in there and it's not working. So when we got to our work session on Thursday, it was working an hour before that work session. So TRM Learning were the very first people to actually use it, because I showed it to them. And I was like, hey, we're going to figure this thing out together. And we did. We figured it out together. We did the thing, and then I announced that I was going to have the basically replay the 2.0 of the editor on that Saturday. And I went in and showed everybody how to use the new part of the editor. There is no update in Midjourney. You will not see one because it is not there. He did not release it like that. He just gave it to the alphas and said, have fun, with no explanation of how it worked. So we just went in and had ourselves a good time. And TRM Learning got to get in there and get all the zhuzh before everyone got in. And we had ourselves a good time. And then I taught it to the class. So if you would like to know about the new editor, it's in the replay. I got pushed, I got voluntold to do a YouTube channel. Yeah, look at Erica. I got voluntold to do a YouTube channel, so I will be incorporating that into my new YouTube channel. So I'm excited to teach everybody how to use it, because when I tell you there is no video, there is no video.
Y'all want it?
There is no video. So I'm excited to, you guys know, I'm always excited to go in and play with Midjourney and learn everything in advance. But when he was like, good luck, we were like, there was 289 of us going, so what are we supposed to be doing with this thing? And then it didn't work. We were like, oh, you gotta be kidding. So when they sent the message that it was working, I went in there, played with it an hour before the work session, our work session, and I was like, oh, I figured this out. Click, 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 click. But that's what we do as alphas. We figure the stuff out beforehand so we can teach it to everyone else. So we appreciate doing that. And you will see a lot of the alphas are on YouTube already. I'm the last person to come in as an alpha to go onto YouTube. So appreciate you guys. I am so excited about this change because it's a game changer, in the editor. We've been asking for it. We didn't think that they were going to do it, and then he dropped it early. So I'm excited. So if you're interested, go ahead and purchase the replay. There are 2 replays in there. There are, you guys always know I overdo it with the images that I place into it. I have a ebook. I have a step-by-step guide about style references. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's in there. So have fun with it. If you have any questions, my inbox on School and on Messenger is always open. Just hit me up, and I really appreciate you guys. And Talya, I think that's everything. And Erica, wait a minute. I gotta talk about Erica, Monica, and Dion. They showed out. They showed out during the class. They showed out. They showed out. That's why Martine is gonna be contacting you. Because I told her how you guys showed out. So I am excited to see their progress and see what they do with everything that they learn. So I think, Talya, that's it for us. Because we have gone over.
I think this is a lot. You understand? I think the people are overwhelmed this evening. This has been an influx of things coming this evening. But I hope we didn't overstimulate you. I'm sure we did. But even with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed what you got this evening.
Wait, did y'all see what William put
Did you see what William put in the chat?
5,000 sales. That is awesome.
He put 5,000 sales. He's made 5,000 sales on Etsy.
Whoa.
And I would like to believe that TRM was an integral part of that because William shows up and shows out every time he comes on the show. You see, if you want to get to 5,000 sales, do what William does. He comes on TRM on Sundays and he shows his product and he lets us display it in the way that we display it. And he gets those sales. You understand?
I really think we should celebrate by William just turning his camera on. I think that'd be a great way to celebrate.
Look, let me fix my hair. Turn your camera on, William.
Oh, wait a minute now.
5,000 sales. I mean,
we're just showing out. We're just William is family. Okay, we're only joking.
We're only joking. You let him stay wherever he's comfortable is where he's.
But 5,000 sales on Etsy is an amazing feat. But just know that William puts the work in. He shows up for his business every single day and he does what he's supposed to do. He's not afraid to take the chance. Okay. That is what we are saying. Take the shot. Okay. My grandmama used to say, don't nothing fail but a try. But if you don't try, you don't know if you're going to fail or not because you ain't tried yet. That's all I'm saying. So thank you guys again for joining us with Sundays with TRM. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for always coming in and pushing us to be greater every week. Thank you for the panelists that showed up this week. Ebony, it is a joy because your smile lights up the room, okay? Sabrina, we have missed you so much and we are so glad that you are back in the family, in the fold. We we're okay with you branching off now and going and doing what you got to do, but we still want to have you here from time to time. That's all we're saying. But you keep being great, okay? William, as always, 5,000 sales speaks for itself, okay? We hope to see you guys on tomorrow at Midjourney Mondays. We hope to see you on Tuesday for Color Me Calm. And we'll be back here again on Sunday with more TRM, okay? Fill out that panelist sheet and get your tail on in here now so we can make you some money, okay? Say what I said. And I mean it. Fill out that panelist sheet and come on over here. Get you some money. Because we get your sales over here. Come on through. We love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye-bye now.